and she was the poster girl of success and ambition at the beginning of what promised to be an enviable career in broadcast journalism. Now she's facing up to a quarter century in an Australian prison for her complicity in the murder of her child by her husband. How did Esther Arunga take a turn to destruction? NTV's Brenda Wanga reports on the fairy tale turned tragic.
Esther's predicament in Australia as she awaits her sentencing in the case of the death of her son Sinclair is tied literally to the man who swept her off her feet in a whirlwind affair that has now turned tragic.
The chairman, who is also my dear loving husband.
Esther and Quincy's paths crossed at the home of the founder of the Finger of God Ministries, Helen Joseph, in 2010. Helen says the romance blossomed quickly.
So we had a bigger problem, getting ourselves out of incarceration and paying bails and getting lawyers to argue our cases and all that. So I decided to focus mostly on the legal matters. And as soon as we were done with the legal matters, I decided to investigate Quincy myself. And I found out that he was a con man. His career was to con people. He was an expert in cracking into people's websites. In simple terms, a cyber criminal.
According to Helen, who was living with Esther at the time, Quincy had presented himself as a wealthy, ambitious and reformed ritualist seeking God. Esther bought the lie.
Quincy came with the promises of big money, big media positions in those countries he purported to have had contacts with. And of course, he also came with some dollars, so he looked like a rich guy. And Esther liked anyone who was rich, and somewhat she was attracted to the bad boy.
Esther's parents were equally opposed to her relationship with Quincy Timberlake, also known as Quincy Wambita. The two relocated to Australia, claiming they were fleeing political persecution on account of their decision to contest for the presidency on the Placenta Party. In addition to their firstborn child Sinclair, they had a little girl. But it was the handling of what Quincy termed as the demons inside the 3-year-old boy that has landed the couple in trouble in Australia. Sinclair was 3 years old when Quincy fatally injured him as he fought the said demons. Esther admits to lying to the authorities to protect Quincy. But the family of the man she lied to protect, Esther remained an unwanted person. His mother blames her for the situation that has since befallen her son and her family.
Arunga didn't go or didn't come to my son to make a happy home. She came because of wealth, and now wealth, maybe she's not seeing that the wealth is now coming the way she thought.
Quincy has since been admitted to a psychiatric institution in Australia. Brenda Wanga, NTV.